What's up, YouTube? This is the latest project I have going on. It's a 1985 Honda ATC 70. The guy I got it from said that it had not been started in about 8 years. Last time he tried to take it out, it had no spark, so he just put it in the back of his shop, and there it sat until I got it. I brought it home and found the no spark issue to be the neutral safety switch was not working right. I just grounded off the wire that was coming out of there, replaced the points with a nicer set that I had left over from my XL80 build. Put it back together, pull a few pulls, and I had a spark. I took the carb off, took the exhaust off, checked everything for any obstructions, cleaned the carb really well, added some fuel to it, and it started and ran for about 4 or 5 minutes. The motor sounded great, so I was pretty pleased with that. The whole trike was actually in pretty decent shape. The only other thing that I really had to do to it, I had some play in the rear axle, so I had to replace the rear axle bearings, and while I was in there, I put some new brake shoes on it. The tires were all in pretty darn good shape. I mean, they look pretty new. There's no plugs anywhere, so that was definitely a bonus. The handlebars in the top of the triple and the rear grab bar all had some surface rust, and it had some pitting. I'm pretty happy with the way they turned out. They cleaned up pretty nicely. And the paint I'm going with is a satin black with a glossy pearl red. The camera doesn't really show much of the pearl effect, but it kind of has maybe like a copper color to it as well. The plastics were not in very good condition. I don't know. I'm trying to salvage them. We'll see how that goes. Had some cracking in the back, and it had a big tear on the side, and they had some stitching on it, missing a little piece. I took my heat gun and heated up the plastic to where it was almost to the point of being completely melted, and kind of just swirled it around with the screwdriver, and it's actually seems like it's holding pretty well. Over the top of that also I put some JB Weld. Gotta still sand it smooth, and I'm hoping that'll hold up. We'll see how that goes. The front wasn't too bad. It had a little spot here where it had hit, and a small crack on the side for the mounting holes. And for the plastics, I know paint doesn't really stick to plastic very well, but I'm probably still going to do like satin black on that as well, and maybe use some of the pearl red and do some stripes on it. The tank was not in too bad of shape. It had a couple little nicks and nothing major. That was probably the worst dent right there, the deepest anyways. Inside the tank wasn't horrible. I mean, it does have some rust. I've tried to soak it in vinegar for a few days and put some BBs in there and shook the hell out of it. I got quite a bit out, so I think I'll be alright with just that. I'm going to do the tank, the pearl red as well, and probably do a black stripe down it. The paint I'm using is Testors airbrush paint. I've used this before. I used a blue pearl on the GN125 build. Put some clear over it, and it held up fine. It looked great the day I sold it. I'm just using regular rattle cans for primer and clear coat. Well, that's about as far as I am now. I still got a little bit of work to go, nothing major. During disassembly on this, I mean, I found no rust. There was a little rat's nest inside the frame. That's why I wanted to take the exhaust and everything off too before I tried to start it, make sure the little guy didn't get too deep into there. Well, and that's all I really have for now. As far as future plans go for it, I was kind of thinking of maybe building some Nerf bars for it, something little stock. They do have a little heel guard. Well, the other one was missing off the other side, so I can either try to find another one of these or just try to make my own thing. I don't know which way I'll go. I guess it depends on how expensive it is to replace one of those. Might just make some, who knows. But all in all, it was in pretty good shape. I only gave $250 for it, which I don't think was a very bad deal. So, well, thanks for watching, and subscribe, check out my other videos.